What's up, guys? How you doing today? You rocking out with the one and only PhillyDom. Right now, I'm here in El Salvador, and I'm about to reach out to my boy Wayne on the live, Master Wayne, that is, and he's going to talk with you guys about Amazon Arbitrao, and he's just trying to help some people. Get it's a job opportunity that can change your life if you work hard at it. You can become pretty wealthy off of it. So it's an opportunity that he's trying to present to you guys. We do it every week, as much as we can, every Sunday. We missed a couple Sundays due to that's us traveling. I'm traveling, so that threw us off a little bit. But we back on track now. So you're rocking out with the one and only PhillyDom. I'm waiting for Master Wayne to come on the live. So let's give him a couple minutes. See, I'm rocking a PhillyDom hat. The ES, that's El Salvador, that's the nickname for it. And Wayne will come on the line. Master Wayne will come on the live, and he will give a presentation regarding Amazon Arbitrao. Shout out to Jacques Wilkens. Shout out to New Jersey Nomad. Shout out to IMI, with a guy that started me with YouTube. Shout out to Ace, the Real Deal Live. Shout out to Marie from Life in Haiti. She just crossed the threshold of 13,000 subscribers, so shout out to her as well. So right now we just waiting for Wayne to come on the live. Let's see. La said hello. Hola, what's going on, La? Big Money 910 said Philly, what's up? All is well. You know I'm in El Salvador right now, but we're about to do a presentation about Amazon, so you can understand how to open your own Amazon business online that can take you from rags to riches, riches to rags, whatever you want to say. It's another way to better your life, and also it can help you and give you the opportunity to travel. So we waiting for Master Wayne to come on the live. Um, Coleman said, shout out to the mobile barber in Belize. Shout out to the mobile barber in Belize. I know who you are, champ. He cut my hair the other day when I was there in San Ignacio. Shout out to what is it? Waka Mill. She's a YouTuber that cooks different dishes for you. Some Belizean, some not Belizean, but she cooks different dishes for you. So shout out to her, man. Her and her husband and her family, they're very good people. Right now, we just stalling some time. We trying to get my boy Master Wayne on the live. So I don't know what's going on. He might be running a little behind, but he'll be here. Cheesy, what's going on with you, champ? Everyone like and subscribe. Thanks, blessings, everyone. That's my boy, man. Cheesy, you my boy, man, 100%. I'm glad you got your PhillyDom hat. You got your merch. Anybody want merch? Reach out to me via Instagram, and we'll figure it out from there. Reach out through Instagram, and we will figure it out from there. Somebody is in the background trying to come on the live, but you can't come on the live now. Only Master Wayne can come on the live to give this presentation. Master Wayne is the only one that can come on the live, so he can let you guys know about Amazon. Somebody trying to come on. No, that's nuts. I don't even know what this is. I see somebody backstage. Okay. No, only a Master Wayne can come on the live right now, man. I apologize. Anybody else trying to come on the live? I cannot let you come on the live. We waiting for Master Wayne to give his amazing presentation about Amazon Arbitrao that can change your life like this. Obviously, you got to work hard for it. Like anything else you do in life, nothing comes easy. When I was working up in Alaska, people wanted to go up there and work in Alaska. They think it's easy, and they had a high turnover rate because you got to put the work in. It's the kind of job, Amazon Arbitrage is the kind of job, if you put the work in, everything will fall in place. But you got to put the work in. Like I said, I was working in Alaska. A lot of people used to come up there and want to work there, and they would see how much money you can make. But you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. So this. Oh, I see him. He's backstage. Master Wayne is backstage. But remember, anything in life, people, you have to put the work in. It's just not going to be a cakewalk, no matter what it is. Master Wayne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's going on, PhillyDom?
I'm doing good, my brother. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I see you with the Lakers shirt. I see you. The Lakers jersey. I see you.
No doubt. Just paying tribute to one of the
Kobe.
GOATs, Kobe, that 24 jersey.
That's all right, man. That's all right. Well, the floor is yours. I talked about you a little bit. The floor is yours. You do what you do, man.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Enlighten the people.
All right. Yes, sir. I'm about to do it. All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and pull up the presentation.
Okay. Charles, I see you on the live. TV, I see you on the live. Shout out to both of you guys for tuning in on the live. Also, people, make sure you share these lives to your friends, your families, your enemies, your next door neighbor, your ex-girlfriend, your previous wife, your ex-wife.
Yeah, and anybody who's willing to listen, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right. So let me get started.
I'm gonna add it in.
Share my screen.
Okay, you got it. I see it up there. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna put it in there. Let's go to the boom. You got the whole floor. It's you. It's all you.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. For those who don't know me, I am Wayne McShay, or my clients call me Master Wayne, because I've built a successful Amazon business over the last 9 years. That's when I actually got started with Amazon 9 years ago. I started with private label, and then probably around 2016, it was October of 2015 when I started making money with private label. I took a trip to Medellin, Colombia, and I met a guy there from Arizona, and he had lots of questions for my Amazon business. And one of the questions that he asked me, he was like, okay, I see that you're selling your own product, which was nail clippers, by the way. He's like, but can you sell the other tens of millions of products that Amazon sells? And I never even thought of that at the time. And I started thinking to myself, man, if I was to be able to sell stuff on Amazon, how would I even get it to Amazon? How would I get it into their inventory? How would I get it into their warehouses? What would the steps entail? How did the whole business model look like? And so I came home after being in Colombia for 3 months, back to Atlanta, got on my computer, and I literally spent the next 3.5 years figuring it out from the ground up. I didn't have any courses. There weren't any courses available back then to teach you how to do it. You really had to just figure it out yourself and, be lucky in order to succeed. And so from 2016, right up until into 2020, when I really figured it out and had it all automated. And it took 3.5 years. So it was a grind at first. I spent thousands of dollars on softwares and just trying to learn various things about Amazon until I finally had a working system. So for you that are on the presentation tonight with me and PhillyDom, you're fortunate because I put this all together for you and made it as easy as humanly possible. But I can't do it for you. And I'm gonna tell you who this isn't for right off the bat. If you're barely getting by, when we get down to the end of the presentation, the first thing I'm gonna show you is how much other people charge for this information that I'm going to teach you. Upwards of $10,000, $15,000, $18,000. My price is nowhere near that. I try to keep it affordable for the average person to really jump on it and change their financial future. So my price is going to be $2,500. If $2,500 is too much for you, then you might be in that category of barely getting by, and this isn't for you because Amazon is a global business. From day one, you'll be selling in all of North America. That's Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And then once you get your feet wet for a couple of months, then I'm going to show you how to expand in all of Europe, in which case you'll now be selling in 11 different marketplaces all over the world: United Kingdom, Australia, India, Japan, France, Spain, Germany, the Netherlands. I mean, just all over the world. So if you're not ready for this, if you don't have $2,500 to spend just enrolling in this course, or you don't have another $2,500 on top of that to start purchasing your products, then a global Amazon business isn't for you at the moment. Next, if you're looking for an easy button, this is not it. In terms of difficulty, 10 being the highest difficulty and the 1 being the lowest, Amazon is a 10. So, but fortunately, I'm going to walk you through how to navigate the landscape and get you set up so you'll have a system already in place. And I'm going to show you how to do FBA so you can minimize any risk that you have, where Amazon handles the majority of your liability. Like if you ship a product to a customer and that product arrives damaged, or it arrives late, or the customer tries to return it and they switch it up with something else, then Amazon has a team that looks for that and catches that. And if they catch it, then you won't have to refund them their money. And so these are all the things that you want Amazon to be able to handle. You also want them to handle your customer service. You don't want to be answering emails all day. 3, I'm hoping that you're not married to excuses, because if you're that type of person who just makes excuses, or I say we all have 2 sets of eyes, right? But even though we have a pair of eyes, we can only focus on one thing at a time. So in life, you have opportunity on the left and obstacles on the right. If you're the type of person who focuses on the obstacles, you're not going to be able to see the opportunity. You have to be able to focus on the opportunity, and then in your peripheral, you'll still be able to see the obstacles, but the obstacles always have a solution. It's just going to take time for you to figure out what the solution is and then be able to move past it. But everything is an obstacle. Next, this is not get rich fast. When you building wealth or you're accumulating money, you're going to have to do just that. You're going to have to build it from the ground up. Wealth has to be accumulated. You don't get rich overnight. And last but not least, this is not for you if you hate money. And so it seems like a weird thing to say, because you would think that almost nobody hates money. But check this out real quick. The money that we use in the United States in circulation, the $100 bill, the $50 bill, the $20 bill, the $10 bill, the $5 bill, and the $1 bill. Those are the physical fiat currency that we have in circulation in the United States. Now, in the chat, and I don't want no one to cheat, in the chat, I want you to put just put a yes in the chat, in the comment box, if you can tell me what United States president has his face on every one of those bills: the $1 bill, the $5 bill, the $10 bill, the $20 bill, the $50 bill, and the $100 bill. And don't cheat. Just see if you can name the president who has his face on every one of those bills. And I even give you a little caveat, a little heads up. The person on the $10 bill was never even a president. That person was the first secretary of the Treasury. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the hate money thing in number 5. Like, a lot of you don't notice, but imagine for a second how much money you physically had in the palm of your hands from the time you got your first dollar bill all the way up to however old you are now. For some of you, that ranges in the millions. You've had millions in your hands. For some of you, that's a few 100,000. For some of you, might be, just about 100,000. But think about the lifetime that you've had in the palm of your hand. Also, think about what you eat every day, where you live, what type of car you drive, what type of medical services are provided to you and your family. Do you have dental? Do you have optometry, of life insurance, do you have insurance? All of these things that are dictated by money. That's it. It's just all about money. And that's the society that we live in. We live in a society that's everything is dictated by money. Where you're going to send your kids to school and how they're going to be educated, what type of clothes they're going to wear, all money. And so, that's why I want to distinguish those people who hate money between those people who love money. For those people who love money, you sort of get a bad rap because you be like, oh, you love money, you're greedy and stuff like that. But no, money is necessary for every facet of our existence on a daily basis. And now I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into the presentation. So of course, you know that I'm Master Wayne and this is my FBA course. And real quick, I'm just gonna try to take you through and give you a little bit more solid information about what Amazon is and how it operates. And then halfway through this, I'm gonna pause and take some questions. But this is serious business and you gotta be on point just to manage this. So most of you don't know this, but Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, CVS, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, Kroger, and Best Buy are the 9 largest retailers in the United States, right? However, Amazon is larger than all 9 of those retailers put together. So Amazon worth 1.4 trillion, and all of those next 9 combined underneath Amazon are only worth 1.07 trillion. And so this is a little graph that brings that all into perspective. Amazon 1.4 trillion, the next closest competitor, Walmart at 339 billion. And then you can see everybody else just trickles on down, and Best Buy is down at the bottom at 23 billion. All right, so Amazon gives you access to 100 fulfillment centers around the world and also 15 sorting centers worldwide. So this is why this is a global business, and it gets even better. Amazon gives you the capacity to reach customers in 185 countries. And the last time I did a Google search about how many countries there were in the world, there were only 195. And if Ukraine survives or doesn't, then there'll be 194. All right, so fulfillment in Amazon started in 2006, and right now it gives you access to 51% of the planet. That's over 4.5 billion people who shop on Amazon almost every day. I mean, just think, maybe you yourself probably have Amazon packages arriving at your door several times a week, or probably see it at your neighbor's house. If you live in a nice little cul-de-sac or a neighborhood, when you drive to the neighborhood, you probably see the Amazon truck in your neighborhood all the time, and packages at your neighbor's houses. All right, now, if you've ever invested your money into 401k, mutual funds, or a savings account, or real estate, or stocks, or certificates, the annual rate of return for all of those vehicles is no higher than 10 to 11% annually. However, what I'm going to teach you through Amazon is how to get a return on investment of 30% minimum on up to 2%. And all of these products that you see right here, this is what we call the kiddie pool. This is where the ferocious competition is, but you can see you can still make some nice this entire $55.66 up here at the top. You might walk away with only $30 because, one, when you send your products in Amazon, it has $4 right here, but that simply means 4 FBA sellers. By the time your products arrive at Amazon, there might be 12 FBA sellers. And so, it may not be selling at $149 anymore. It may be selling at $140, which is $139, which is going to bring your profit down by $10. So that's something to be cognitive of. This is what we call the kiddie pool. Over the last year, there's been an influx of new Amazon sellers, probably to the tunes of about 10,000 more. And new sellers don't know what they're doing. So they'll come on and, everyone will have their price at $149.94, but they'll come on and drop their price to $148, thinking that's going to give them favor and help them sell their products. But that's not how Amazon works. Amazon rotates everyone in and out of the box. But if you have newbie sellers driving down the price, that's also going to drive down the profit. You'll still be able to sell your products, but it's just going to take longer and you're going to make less profit. So the smart is don't be greedy and try to make the whole entire $55.66, because to buy this product is this is the kiddie pool. Now, when you go above $100, entirely different. Less competition, more profit, and nobody driving down the price. If this product was $167 to purchase and it was selling for $249, your profit would still be $55, but it might only be one FBA seller and one FBM seller. And by the time you ship yours into Amazon, that'll still be exactly the same, or they'll be out of stock and you'll be the only one in stock. So there's a big difference between the products under $100 and the products over $100. All right, so this is the real world example. You could go online to Target and pick this up for $16.99. And you come over here and you have it analyzed, and it'll tell you that if you buy this for $16.99, you can potentially sell it for $52.98. And on the next screen, I'm actually show you exactly what I sold this for, and then you're going to see how it all breaks down. So it tells me that my potential profit is $22.71, and my ROI could be 133%. And I can see it selling 45 times a month. So boom, on this next screen, I can see the competition. 3 people selling it, right? But in the kiddie pool, by the time this makes it into Amazon, this could be 9 sellers. And then the price could be, will no longer be $44.98. It could be all the way down to $34.98, which means instead of you making $22, you only make $12. Now, making $12 is a nice little healthy profit. $5, $2, $3, because you're gonna be doing, several hundred times a day once you get your business up and running. And so if your profit margin is only $5 each time you sell something, and you do that 100 times a day, you're now making $500 a day. And $500 a day is about $15,000 a month. That would change your life. So the whole thing is, don't get greedy, don't get too comfortable in the kiddie pool. Make sure that you start purchasing products that are outside the kiddie pool for more than $100. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like once we get down to it. So the most important thing on this page over here is Amazon's fee. So in order to make this whole transaction happen, Amazon charges $13.14. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna buy this for $16.99. You're gonna ship it into Amazon and attempt to sell it for $52.98. If you sell it at that price, no problem, you Gucci. Then Amazon's gonna deduct $13.14, and then they're gonna transfer you what's left over, which will be $39.84 cash. And you're gonna see this a lot on a lot of these products in the kiddie pool, but you have to be vested and know that by the time your product makes it in Amazon and these new sellers get a hold of driving that price, you might only make $17 or $20, but that's still substantial money, because I don't know if you see it or not, but check this out. Immediately when you sell this product, the $16.99 that you pay for the product, you get that back. It's free. Amazon reimburses you the money you pay for the product off top. And then what you have left over is profit. So there's almost no risk here, because one, you would have to, almost $39 worth of profit would have to disappear and you would break even. And then you still be profitable because one, I show you how to get cash back on almost every product before you even purchase it. And two, 50% of all the products that you're gonna sell come with coupon codes. So you're gonna get a discount of 15, 20, 25%. And so That's right there is going to make you profitable without any selling anything. Also, the 2,500 for plan A of my course, at the end of the year, you can write that off on your taxes as a business startup cost. Okay. 2, if between now and the end of the year, you spend $10,000 purchasing products, sending them into Amazon as your inventory, guess what? You can write off all $10,000 of that you spent on products, because that is your inventory expense. So what I'm teaching you ends up being free at the end of the year, because Uncle Sam's going to get that 2,500 back to you. And then all the money you spend on products will be free, because you get to write that off on your product. So if you spend $20,000 between now and the end of the year on products, free. You get that back from Uncle Sam. So there's almost no way that you can fail. The only way you can fail actually is if you just don't do what you're told to do. If you don't follow the script and you always look at the obstacle instead of focusing on the opportunity, then you're good to go. You will succeed. And because there's no financial risk when you get everything up and operational. All right, so here's another one of my real world products that you could just go check, analyze, and hop on. It's probably still profitable. All right, so this is the Quip toothbrush electric head, and it's sold in singles, and there's 3. So you buy one for $5 and you bundle them together. And I'll explain how you can accomplish bundling things together so they can be like this and you can make money. All right, so $5 a piece, that's 15 for 3. And I wanted to sell them for $48.20. That's what the price was going for when I scanned it in real time. So my profit is like $21 and my ROI is 141%. And I can see that they're selling at a rate of about 31 times a month when I scan this. So this is inside of my actual account, and you can see just these orders are 14 orders that account for just like over a 90-day period of when they sold. So this one sold right here for $40.99, $41.99, $45.99, $45.65. So you can see right here that it sells at very varying prices, because I'm going to teach you how to use what's called a repricer. And when you can actually win the buy box and sell your product, the repricer will change your price in order to make that happen, so your inventory can sell fast and you can dominate that product's marketplace. All right, here's the second page: $45.75, $42.97, $45.99, $43.99, $43.99. All right, and the last day, boom, $43.99 all the way down. And one order was canceled, but that's no problem. That order is returned to your inventory, and then you're able to sell it all over again. So let me give you now the whole full scale breakdown. Boom, here we go. I purchased 15 of them all together. And so my average selling price wasn't the $48 that I wanted, but it was $44. So after I sold 15 for $44, I made $660 in sales. Amazon fees came up to $172.25. And then what I was left over with is $487.75. And remember that I spent $225 on purchasing all 15 of these Quip electric toothbrush heads. But once I sold all 15 of them for $44, that's $660. So I get my $225 back that I paid for the product. And then on top of that, Amazon blessed me with a $262.75 in profit. And at the end of the year, you know I write off every single dollar I've paid for my inventory. So what other business model can you get started with? And for all the inventory that you have to purchase to make your business run and make your business profitable, you can write that off at the end of the year. If you understand that, then you'll do whatever it takes to get started with this Amazon business because this is the only thing I do. And when I tell you it's lucrative, if you run it correctly, then it's, man, it's life changing. And that's how I'm able to travel the world full time and live out my dreams. And it's just fantastic. I sleep for 10 hours a day. You know, you got that financial freedom so you can buy whatever you want. Like just what, 2.5 months ago, I took me and my day one girlfriend, because she's been with me since day one. Well, actually, I met her 2 months when I got here, but she's been with me ever since. So I moved her from Santo Domingo to where we are now in Sosua, and we went and, you know, to a little motorcycle store, and, you know, I picked out one for me, and she picked out the one that she wanted, and we had them bring it to the villa where we live, and had them deliver it, you know, fresh off the truck, and boom, and that's what we do. Like yesterday, we went to Santiago, which is an hour and a half away, to the mall, and just did a little shopping. And that's our life, you know. And that's the life that most people want. So, you know, Amazon can get you there. It's life changing. So as you can see here, my price is $45.86, and as you can see here, boom, I was going up against 20 other sellers, and I was right here in the number 6 position, but I had no problem selling my products, you know. And then right here you can see, you know, everybody's price. So right here you got 3 people with a cheaper price: $42.99, $43.56, $43.99, and this second one, he got 33 in stock. So it's not about your stock level, and it's not about having the cheapest price. Amazon is going to make sure everybody gets their share of the buy box. So you just need to have your account set up correctly, and I'm going to show you how to dominate it without having the lowest price and selling. And look, see, their profit is $16.73, where my profit was $19.17. So, you know, I'm going to show you how to navigate the waters and set this up in a professional manner. Now, when I spoke earlier about getting out of the kiddie pool, this is a real thing. You don't want to play around in the kiddie pool, because growing your business is going to take a lot longer. You can still be successful, you can still be profitable, but it's going to take a lot longer. Now, if you dip and dabble at this level, you can get there a whole lot quicker with a whole lot less frustration. So this is a sewing machine that I have been purchasing for $119.99. And as you can see here, once you purchase it for $119.99, I had my selling price at $259. And as you can see, at these 2 price points, that's $77 profit, or a 66% return on investment. And these things are selling 72 times a month on average. So as you can see here, you know, my quantity is 5, so I'm purchasing 5. And when I get to the next page, you can see that after I sell all 5, I'm going to make a whopping $385.05. And it literally took me 3 minutes to go to the retailer, purchase these sewing machines, send them to a third-party company we call a prep and ship center. And with that's it, with 3 minutes of work per day, I made a whopping $385. And this is what I do on a daily basis. Actually, I'm just showing you this. I'm not going to show you all my products, of course, but sometimes I purchase refrigerators, freezers, dinner tables, just patio furniture, indoor furniture, bedroom sets, desks, a lot of computer desks, high-end, you know, rocking chairs, lounge chairs, swivel chairs, gaming chairs, all these little, you know, products that are over $100, but bring you back a good return with less competition. And so here you can see again, my ROI is 66%, and every time I sell one, $77. But I don't even care if I get on here and all of a sudden I can only make $57 off of it, or $37. That's still a nice little return on investment when your inventory ends up being free after you write it off at the end of the year. You get cash back, you get coupons, and you can attach your debit card, PayPal account, or credit card to all your transactions and get cash back or Sky Miles from your credit card or debit card or PayPal account too. So right here, this is what I call the repricer. And I'm telling the repricer, listen, I paid $119 for this product. So my break even is 168. And I'm telling the software, listen, I can't sell this for under 168 because I would neither lose money nor make money. And I always want to be profitable. So now I'm telling the software, my minimum is 220. So as you can see, I want to sell it at 259, but I'm telling the software, if you can get it into the buy box and you can sell it at that particular moment, I'm willing to go all the way down to 220.40. Don't necessarily mean it's going to go down to that low, but it's going to it's telling the software you got some wiggle room to play with, anywhere from 259 all the way down to 220.40. And if I sell it at 220.40, I still make let me see, 70. That's still $50, $52 profit. So this is how it works, and this is how I'm going to teach you how to set your business up. And boom, this is the screen. So as I was shipping this into Amazon, you can see that there was nobody in stock. Everybody was out of stock. So I paid $5.99 for it, $1.95 shipping and handling, $42 in tax. So it came up to $644.03. So remember, I'm going to get this $644 back soon as I sell it. And then on top of that, I'm going to have $385 worth of profit on top of that. And this is how this business model works. This is why it's so lucrative. All right, so this is my mad genius formula. One, I need to know whether or not it's profitable, because if it's not profitable, I'm not going to sell it. Two, I need to know what the return on investment is. If my return on investment isn't over 30%, I probably won't touch it. I need to know how many FBA sellers there are, how many merchant sellers there are. The difference between the two is real simple. Merchant sellers don't have their products at an Amazon fulfillment center, but all your products will be sent to Amazon fulfillment centers, and you'll have a leg up over all merchant sellers because of that. All right, next, I also teach you how you can see your competition's inventory. Do they have one in stock, or do they got 99 in stock? So knowing that information can help you make a better informed buying decision. Number 6, bestseller rank. You know, that dictates how fast a product is selling and what category it's in and other good information like that. Number 7, whether or not you're even eligible to sell it. That'll save you a lot of time, you know, wasted time that you don't have to, just throw out the window. You'll know whether or not you're eligible to sell it, so you can look at it, scan it, and move forward. 8, how many times does this bad boy sell every single month? So basically what I do is I divide how many times it sells per month by how many sellers there are. If it sells 100 times a month and there's 10 sellers, I can estimate that every seller could average about 10 sales per month. So I would buy 10 and ship it in. I also teach you how to sell international. Remember, this is a global business. You can sell internationally. And then, if you decide to enroll, I'm going to teach you other trade secrets that will help you really become successful and knock it out the park. All right, I'm going to just do this last slide, and then we're going to answer some questions. So this is an overview of the whole thing. We source products for the low, and we buy them at that price. We send it to a prep and ship center. There's hundreds of them all over the world. And then the prep and ship will, take out the invoices, box everything up correctly, and then send it into Amazon. And then Amazon will sell it at a higher price, ship it straight to the customer for you, and it will arrive in that Amazon box with the smiley face, and your customer will never know that you got it from Walmart, Target, Walgreens, the flea market, wherever. China, Alibaba, AliExpress, it doesn't matter. And then, Amazon will pay you out and you pocket the difference. And you can do this with an unlimited amount of products. So when you put together, you can do this with an unlimited amount of products. You get out of the kiddie pool and you're serious about your business, and you can really scale this thing up. I mean, this is as much money as you want to make. You just have to focus on the opportunity instead of the obstacle. All right, now we're going to open up for questions because we're at the midway point. And let's go ahead and knock out some of you guys' questions. so we could finish up, and I can make sure that everybody is paying attention and on it. All right. JM is asking, can you bring some of your clients or ask them to come on the live to get their experience with your services, bro? That way people will feel more comfortable hiring you. Yeah, so JM, what I already have in place is a Facebook group with all of my clients in it. And you send me a Facebook request, I grant you access to the Facebook group, and you can talk to as many clients as your heart is content with. So, but I have been being asked quite a bit to bring some clients on. So I'm having clients right now make up video testimonials that are about 60 seconds long. And then I'm gonna play those video testimonials on my next presentation, so you can get my clients in perspective on their business. But they're gonna tell you the same thing that I'm telling you now. This is not child's play. This is the difficulty level of 10. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then you're not gonna make it. Statistically, 90% of all business startups fail. 90%. So right now I have 50 clients, and per that ratio, I'm only expecting 5 of my clients to ultimately make it to the level where I'm at, where they could be making $30,000, $35,000 a month or more. They could eclipse me and pass me by. So yeah, JM, just send me a Facebook request. I'll give you access to the group. But next week, I'm gonna have client testimonials, so you know you can see what they have to say about the business also. But you can go straight to Facebook and ask them whatever your heart is content on. All right, next question. Can we do this as a team? Peterson, I would not recommend you do this as a team. I mean, yeah, I just wouldn't recommend that. Here's why. You put your Amazon business as an LLC, but most people don't even have an LLC set up. So they have to get that set up first before they even decide to transfer their Amazon business over to an LLC. And Amazon requires that you have a business checking account, that you also have a business license, and you gotta have your business registered with the Secretary of State, of course, in your LLC. So if you did this as a team, Amazon business can only be registered in one person's name. And so that one person will have ownership of the account, master user permissions, and you know, if there was ever a squabble or disagreements about, you know, who should be doing what or who controls the money, the person whose name that account is in, that's who ultimately controls the money. So I wouldn't recommend setting this up as a team. You know, if you were husband and wife, yes, absolutely. But if other than withstanding than being a husband and wife team, I would definitely not set it up as a team. Because when you start making some serious money, you know, things change between friends. I mean, that's just one of the cardinal rules in life. More money, more problems. So, you know, people will be around when there's good times. As soon as your money dries up, the whole team dismantles and your entourages disappear. All right, next question. But great question, Peterson. All right, Charles explores. Did Wayne just get his teeth whitened? Dizam. Nah, Charles, I didn't get my teeth whitened. I got veneers. So I went to Santo Domingo to a place called Dental Emporium, and you know, they just gave me a whole new set of teeth. It was $9,800, but you might as well call that $10,000. But they do an excellent job. You go in on a Monday, they, you know, make sure you ain't got no cavities, check your teeth. If you need, you know, a crown or, you know, some work done, they'll do that right there first. They numb you up and it's painful as hell. Then after that, they'll call you back on Friday and your teeth will be ready. And they'll go ahead and put them in, and boom, next thing you know, you got a new set of chompers that will last you for the rest of your life. So I'm 49 years old right now, and so these are my teeth for the next 50 years. Or 51 so I can live to be 100. All right, next question. Is veteran discount 20%, bro? Yes, if you are a veteran, I would definitely break you off with a 20% discount because I myself is a veteran. So when I send you over the contract, JM, just make sure you make a copy of your veterans card or your military ID card, proof that you're a veteran, and I'll go ahead and extend you that veterans discount. All right, let's take a few more questions and then we'll jump back into the presentation and continue. All right, Charles is asking, you need to be in the States to start this, right? Nope. Again, Amazon is a global platform and a global marketplace. So there are some countries that are banned, like Nigeria and a couple other countries that I can't think of, that make it very difficult for you to start an Amazon business. But you could pretty much start one wherever you are in the world. And, you could go through certain steps to set it up in the United States and get started in the US. And then, of course, you can branch out all around the world. But yeah, great question, Charles. All right, what is the average sales amount your clients make per month? So, Jay Gustavo, I try not to even talk about that because, if you're worried about what other people are making amount, you won't be focused on what you're gonna do per month. Like I just said, 90% of all business startups fail. So I got 50 clients. I'm only expecting 5 of my clients to ultimately be successful when all the smoke clears. So that's only, that's 10%. 5 out of 50 people is 10%. So, if you come in with the mindset of how much money other people are making, then you don't have a realistic expectation of how you're going to come in and focus and how you're going to be successful. You're going to end up failing instead of being in the 10% group. And another thing to really think about is whenever you get started with your own business or you're an entrepreneur, nobody's going to come knock on your door and get you up in the morning and say, hey, Jay, work on your Amazon business. Nobody's going to be there to motivate you and push you on when you're tired and you're sleepy or you haven't had enough food to eat and you don't have no energy or you're even sick. Nobody's going to get you up and motivate you during those days and say, hey, work your Amazon business. And 2, I don't know whether or not you're the type who's going to focus on the little small obstacles that will be in your way as opposed to the opportunity. So you can go into the Gustavo, you can go into the Facebook group, just send me a Facebook friend request. And I do have my clients post their results in it periodically. Everybody gets to the point where they're making money, but I can't force people to be successful. I can't force people and, to get you up in the morning, work your business. And what I've seen is that some of my clients who have become really successful, they don't want to share that information no more. They start to grip that business, like they're protecting their firstborn child. And so, as you can imagine, that's human nature. If you discover oil, somewhere out in a field and nobody owned that parcel of land, what would be the first thing you would do? The first thing you would do is you would try to go find out where you could buy that land so you could have ownership of it. But, you wouldn't go and be like, yo, I just found oil in this land and I'm about to go buy it. You would never do that. So, that sort of just hits home how, once you are successful and you start making money, you're not going to be advertising it. Like the only reason why you guys know about me, because, teaching you guys just sort of fell into my lap. But for years, nobody knew what I did. Actually, to this very day, nobody in my family knows my net worth. And the reason is the family that I grew up in never put together a business. Nobody in my family has ever owned a business. I'm the first business owner in my family. And 9 years ago, when I got started and I told my family what I was about to do, They was like, what, you about to what? Start selling nail clippers? Oh, okay. Everybody laughed. And while everybody was laughing, I was in the lab like a mad scientist putting it together. And now they see me traveling all over the world. They see me with 3 cars. They see me with a nice house. They know I don't have no debt. Living my best life. Like I've been in the Dominican Republic now for 11 months. September would make 12 months, so about 10 months. And, you know, they see me going to the motorcycle store, buying one for myself, one for my girlfriend, taking her shopping. Matter of fact, my girlfriend had a sister with me one day. It was the 3 of us. We were in Santo Domingo. We went shopping all day long. We went to the Agora Mall, San Miguel Mall, just went shopping all day long. And I paid for everything. Her stuff, her sister's stuff, everything. You know, my day one got a son here with us now. And, you know, yeah, I take him shopping too, buy a remote control car, clothes. And so, yeah, one of the most important things that you want to carry forth in life, Jada Cassava, I know I'm getting off subject a little bit, but don't focus on what anybody else is doing or what anybody else is making. Analyze the opportunity and see if it's something you want to do. And if it's something you want to do, put all your energy into it, and that's it. All right, one more question for Dom, and let's jump back in and finish up the prayers. All right, after buying products, how long does it take to start receiving your products? All right, Logan, great question. You're looking at 30 days. So here's the process. First, we're going to have to register you to become an Amazon seller. And that's going to take about a week and a half, right? I'm not even going to outline the process. I'm just telling you how long it's going to take. Next, we're going to have to register you for all the software you're going to need to run your account and everything automated. All right, that's going to take about a day and a half to set up. Then I'm going to start training you on how to go through the whole process and manage your business, buy products, and then what to do to make it efficient. That's going to take about 2 or 3 days for you to get the logistics of everything. At that point, you'll be buying products. The day you start buying products, you're looking at 30 days. And here's what happens. Day one, you start buying products. Those products have to be shipped from the retailer. So let's say Target to the Prep and Ship Center, right? So let's say the Prep and Ship Center is in Tennessee. Those products have to be shipped from wherever the retailer is shipping it from to a warehouse in Tennessee to be received. That could take 5 days or it could take a week and a half, depending on the retailer and their shipping speeds. Once it reaches Prep and Ship, you want to have at least 10 products received or 15. Once you have 10 products received, and you'll be able to check a spreadsheet and you'll know what's been received and what hasn't. Then you're going to send them an email saying, please ship out your products. After that, they'll ship everything into Amazon. And when you log into your Amazon account, you're going to see 4 columns. They're going to say inbound, available, unfulfillable, and reserved. Inbound simply means it's on the way to Amazon as we speak. Available means it actually made it to Amazon and now it's live and ready to be sold. Unfulfillable means that maybe the product arrived at Amazon and got damaged along the way, and you can be reimbursed for that. And then reserve simply means that they have diverted your products from going to Tennessee and probably out to California. And so that's going to take longer for it to reach California. So that's what they call reserve, because they're sending it someplace where the demand is greater and those products are needed elsewhere. So if you factor in all that time from the time you purchase it from the retailer to the times that make it into Amazon and start selling, it's 30 days. And that's the whole entire process. All right, appreciate the questions, everybody. But now we're going to jump back into the presentation so I can finish up so you can have a clear overview of how this works. All right, so back to the presentation. All right, so boom. This right here is a spreadsheet. So the way I set my clients up is once you get started, I give you the opportunity to hire a virtual assistant. and your virtual assistant will manage your entire business for you. So the only thing you have to do is wake up in the morning, grab your cell phone, purchase the product, and the link will be right there for you, straight to the retailer. You purchase the product, and then you let your virtual assistant know right in column N the quantity of the product that you purchased. So did you purchase 1, or did you purchase 5, or did you purchase 9? After that, you're done. That's the advantage of having a virtual assistant. They'll do everything for your business. So you'll only have one job. Wake up, purchase something, and let them know what the quantity was, and that's it. They'll handle everything else. To have a virtual assistant is $50 a week or $10 a day, Monday through Friday. I train them personally myself, and it makes your business flow that much more efficiently. So I show you how to properly set up your Amazon account. You can sell in 11 Amazon countries around the world, and you can hit your ground running with a virtual assistant. And these are all the Amazon countries that you can sell in. And then here's the traffic by numbers. So in the United States, 2.31 billion people shop on Amazon. In Canada, 133 million, Mexico, 48 million. And so you see that there's nothing but money to be made on Amazon. And once you start selling in all of these other countries around the world, it's going to be like selling on Amazon 10, 15 years in the past, where very few people were on Amazon selling. They didn't even know about it at the time. And in these other Amazon countries, you're going to have a head start by 10, 15, 20 years, and you're going to be able to make a killing and rake up. Now, this right here is just a Samsung Galaxy A10 cell. And as you can see down here to the right bottom of the cell phone, there are 10 people selling it. So this right here is the buy box, and this is the way it works. So when a customer comes to buy this phone, if they click the add to cart button or buy now button, who's ever inside this buy box at that particular time of day will win the sale. So that's all the buy box means. It simply means how many times or how long you rotate into this buy box as a seller. So you might be in here for 2 hours a day, twice a day, or you might be in here 4 times a day for an hour a day. But all 10 sellers will get an equal share of buy box rotation. But if you stay within a certain algorithm, you could, of course, win it more times than often. So that's one of the secrets that I'm going to show you how to set up so your business will be set up to succeed. Before you even purchase a product, like I mentioned earlier, you're going to get cash back. And Amazon has what's called bundles, and bundles could be very lucrative for you, especially if you don't really have the money to get out of the kiddie pool. No problem. You could actually create bundles for yourself and be the only seller and not have to worry about any competition. So this right here is a complimentary bundle. Real simple. Shampoo and conditioner, they go hand in hand. They were being sold separately. I put them together and told them to hold hands and make me lots of money. And that's what they did. So I'll show you how to do the same thing. Take products that complement one another, pair them together, and you'll be the only seller on this unless somebody else puts together the same exact bundle. This is something I created pre-print during the start of the pandemic. Of course, the liquid hand soap, which was a necessity back then, still is to this day. But boom, you take one good selling hand soap and you start selling it in packs of 3s. So I have a pack of 1, pack of 2, or pack of 3s. And I created this myself. And as you might imagine, it's very lucrative. And you don't have to worry about nobody else selling this unless they find the same exact product and then put together these same exact 1, 2, and 3 pack bundles. And it's not easy to do. You can't just send in a box of 100 of these and tell Amazon to sell it in packs. Nah, they have to be packaged like that. So that's what creates the barrier of entry. And if you're willing to put in this level of work, you won't have to worry about the competition in the kiddie pool, because this is obviously under $100, which is kiddie pool level. But when you create bundles, you create that barrier of entry that other people would never do or take steps to unfold. And so, you'll be able to mitigate your competition that way. This right here is what we call a variety bundle. To recap, I just sold you a complimentary bundle, a multi-pack bundle, and now this is a variety bundle. Paper cutting boards, purple, green, blue, and paper cutting kit, and then magic markers of various colors. And all three of these were separate products, but I band them together. Boom, now I got a variety bundle, and you can sell variety bundles, and nobody else can jump on this unless they find the purple cutting boards, the blue cutting boards, the green ones, and the magic markers, and the paper cutting kit. And it has to be exactly the same. So you see these got the little word writings on them. They have to find these same exact ones. And you may have picked this up from China, or you may have found it, deep within the pages of Amazon. Doesn't matter. As long as you bundle it together, they have to, your competition got to find the same exact products in order to jump on the listing with you. So you could be selling this by yourself. Now, I'm part of an Amazon group on Facebook, and somebody posted this in the group, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. It says, so my best friend asked me for my Amazon storefront name because he was curious and interested to see what I sell on Amazon. And I gave it to him thinking nothing of it. Now he wants to open an Amazon seller account selling my exact ASIN. So in layman's terms, this person that he thought was a friend, like, hey, what's your Amazon storefront name? I want to see what you're selling. And next thing you know, this person, opened up a store and just started selling exactly what he's selling, not knowing what the hell he's doing. And so that's just bad for everybody. So this is not multi-level marketing. This is not a sweepstakes. You don't have to share this with anybody. Don't even tell people you have an Amazon business unless they just see that you upgrade your lifestyle and they ask you what you do, and then you can tell them. But don't tell them your Amazon store name. You never have to do that. And it says, my advice to all you new sellers, do not give out your account or your Amazon storefront name to anybody, even if it's your family and friends. People are lazy, have no morals, and they just want to piggyback off your success. So we never share the name of our Amazon store. All right, so if you missed out on all of these companies and the wealth that you could accumulate had you invested in them in the beginning, no problem. You can still jump on the Amazon bandwagon right now today. Now you can see here, Amazon sales brings in $638 million a day in revenue, right? There's only 350 people in the United States, 350 million. So if Amazon makes $638 million a day, that means 350 million people could be making $1,000 a day, and Amazon would still be raking in about 200 and something million dollars. So that's how powerful of a conglomerate they really are. So here you see a screenshot of my main account. I took this back on January 25th. It's almost time for a new screenshot of my main account. I'm probably going to have that in my next presentation. You see, for the day, I had made $4,000 worth of sales, and I sold 16 items. And on this next page is me at my apartment in San Domingo, where I was for 6 months. And here you see me sitting in the living room, and this is at my dining room table, my 3 little monitors set up on my laptop. And yeah, I got the remote controls right there to the air conditioning and TV. And I'm refreshing my main account. And you can see right here, it's going to pop up my total balance when I remove that. Keep trying to convert me over to Spanish because now it's picking up that I'm in the DR. And you can see, boom, my total balance that Amazon is about to pay me out was sitting at $32,784.52. Here I am refreshing the page again so you can see this ain't Photoshop or screenshot or nothing like that. This is just where my account was at that time, and that's what I averaged, somewhere between $30,000 to $35,000 a month, and I probably purchased about $10,000 to $12,000 worth of inventory in order to achieve that number. So, this is where I'm going to help you get to, and I'll be walking you through the entire process. And if that's not enough, Here's a picture of me at an ATM and with my business checking account. 100,000 in my savings, and boom, 1.298 million. You might as well say 1.3 million in my checking account. And so, when I went into the bank one day, the teller was like, "Sir, you have that backwards." I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You should probably have 100,000 in your checking account, and then the 1.2 million in your savings account." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." I was like, well, I told her that I really don't believe in just letting my money sit in the bank, and because the interest that y'all giving me is dismal. So I know a better way to really make money. So I don't even let all my money sit in the bank like this anymore. Because then, of course, IRS, can come and just say, "Hey, we've gone doing an audit, so we frozen your bank account," and all that good stuff. So later on, if you become a client of mine, I'm gonna show you what I do. And also, this right here is a screenshot of my actual statement of my main bank account. So I got a business one and I got a personal one. So as you can see, I oftentimes just transfer all my money over to my personal account, and for any expenses I'm going to incur for the month. And so you can see that I had $35,000 deposited into this account, and boom, I only spent $23,000 of it for that month, and I still have 14,000 left over. And again, I'll explain to you what I do with that 14,000 that's left over. And it's life changing. It's how you really start to build wealth. And this right here is me in Medellin, Colombia, living my best life. This is one of my favorite quotes. It's from Will Smith before he slapped Chris Rock. And it basically says, "Being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity." And if you don't know what that means in simple terms, it means that if you think that this is going to be easy, if you think you're going to jump on here and make $1 million next week, it's not going to happen. That's going to get you mediocrity. That's going to get you nothing. But if you're realistic with yourself and you know that this is a global business, it's going to take hard work and dedication to get yourself up every single day and work your Amazon business, then you're going to have a much better chance of success. And last but not least, Amazon has a free university. Let me come closer. Let me say that again. Amazon has a free university. It's called Seller Central University, or Seller University for short. You can go on here every day and watch videos to increase your knowledge base about Amazon and to scale your business up. But again, I told you I got 50 clients and I'm only expecting 5 of them to succeed. There's probably only 5 of them that go into the Amazon Seller Central account every day and indulge in that free university and are downloading that information to their brain. Everybody else will probably preferring to watch Netflix, go to the movies, or just be hanging out at the club trying to turn up. So, if you want to be the 10% that succeeds, you need to be realistic about what you're doing and what you're about to get involved with. So this is me in Medellin, Colombia. This is called parapente. They put you in this harness. You run off the side of a mountain. And oh, by the way, this right here used to be my favorite pair of jeans. Yeah, we all got our favorite pair of jeans, but I lost these jeans somehow. And if you've seen them, please let me know, because I would pay a nice reward for them. And another thing, the homeless man that's laying on the street and the billionaire that's making $1 billion, guess what they both have in common? It's written right here at the bottom of the screen. Every single person, including you, we all get 24 hours a day. Nobody gets 24 hours, 25 hours a day, or 27 or 28. We all get 24. So it's not about, what else? How should I say? Well, it's only about what you do with your time. Every hour of the day, it's all about how you manage that hour. I like to study people, and I can tell you that I see people every day just sitting around talking about nothing, arguing about, what team is going to win the Super Bowl, or who was the greatest basketball team, or who was the best player. And that type of debating and talking and opinionating doesn't move you forward in life. It's a waste of your time. And I see people do that for 1-2 hours and get nothing out of it. So treat your time like it's money, because they go hand in hand and they're invaluable. In order for you to make a better life for yourself, you're going to have to start using your brain better and utilizing your time better, because we get the same amount. So the only difference between you and I right now is I've spent the last couple of years investing all my time into my Amazon business. I wasn't out at the club. I wasn't vacationing a lot at that point. I wasn't even dating for like 3 years. I didn't even date, so I really sacrificed in order to get to this point. And it was just a sacrifice of time, because I knew what the reward would be. And so remember that. Let that be one of the most, let that be the first thing you think of every single day when you wake up. We all got the same amount of time of the day, 24 hours. That's it. All right, so let me move on. Here I am in Atlanta going skydiving. Some of the places I've been to, actually, I'm going back to Las Vegas. In this picture, I was in Las Vegas for 30 days. I'm going back August the 16th, because my niece is getting married there. So I got to fly from the DR to Atlanta and then make my way over to Vegas and boom, have a good time. And I'm going to be there for 10 days. And, her wedding is on the 20th. And so it'll be over on the 21st. But I'm going to stay for like 5 extra days just to get some rest and relaxation. All right. Now, some of my favorite things, I love motorcycles, helicopters, chartering private yachts, penthouses. And when you travel, you get to meet some of the best people you've ever met in your life, because everybody's on vacation, no worries. They're away from all their problems of everyday life. And they're just, they're in a different zone. So you can really have a good time while you're out and about with people who travel. I mean, whether you're on the beach or on a cruise ship or just at a fair, I mean, it's always just a good time. Here I am at the top of Tres Cruces Mountain in Medellin, and the Medellin is already 5,000 feet above sea level. So when you hike up this mountain, you're like another 2,000 feet, and the air gets real thin. And even though I'm in great shape, I had to stop halfway and catch my breath. All right, before the pandemic, every other month, I would jump on a plane from Atlanta to Dallas, Texas, and I would come here to Spa Castle for a 24-hour water relaxation, massages. They got a nap room. They got tanning beds or infrared lights. They got saunas, jacuzzis, Olympic-sized swimming pools. This is a real nice place to go, relax and unwind. Hotel built in, restaurant built in. So you get, you're just there for how many days you need to just let everything wash off of you and keep going. Medellin, Colombia for Halloween. They turned up for Halloween. They had the celebration of the dead. So this is one of their biggest holidays. Costa Rica, whitewater rafting, indoor skydiving before I went outdoor skydiving. Had to learn the mechanics. Season ticket holder to all the sports franchises in Atlanta, the Braves, the Atlanta United, the Falcons, and Hawks. And unfortunately, the Braves and the soccer team were only two to win a championship over the last couple of years. I'm still waiting for the Hawks and the Falcons to get it together. And here I am in Cartagena, Colombia, Totumo volcano. You climb down into the pit of the volcano. They cover you with mud. Rock climbing in the highest summit in Dallas, Texas. Penthouse in Cartagena, smoking a cohiba. Zip lining in Costa Rica. Horseback riding, ATV, segways, exploring Tennessee. 2 of my whoopsies are Lincoln MKZ hybrids, 2 of my favorite cars, love them to death. I call them out Michael Jacksons because one is white and one is black. It's supposed to be like a joke, haha. All right, and they're both hybrids, so gas prices. I know a lot of you are hurting right now. Check into if you're shopping for a new car, get a hybrid, okay? It doesn't have to be Lincoln, doesn't have to be these cars, but get a hybrid. But these are top of the line. They can parallel park themselves. They got the largest panoramic sunroof of any car, and you don't have to plug them in. They're hybrid, so you just gas them up, and it can take you 500 miles on a single tank of gas. I was just home from June 27th to July 11th for the 4th of July holidays. And, you know, I drove from Atlanta to my mother's house in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And on one tank of gas, it cost me $50 to fill it up. And I was in Fayetteville on one tank of gas. And this is my third car. This is the BMW i8. I think it's mad fast, and it's also a hybrid, but you also have to, well, it's electric, so you have to plug it in. Well, it's a hybrid electric, so you have to plug it in. The MKZs, you don't have to plug in. And boom, this is my apartment, luxury apartment at Santo Domingo. And as you can see over here to the right of the window and the very bottom of the screen, this is the brand new shopping mall that they were building directly across the street. I thought it was a good idea to live here first so I could just see the shopping mall being built, but it was way too much construction noise. And then Dominican Republic, they honk their horns a lot, so you got to deal with that. And then there was just construction going on in this neighborhood, period. So it'd be noisy all day. And that's why I decided to move from here, you know, to Sosua and get my own little private villa away from all the noise where it's nice and quiet every day. All right, this is like a nighttime view. I was here during Christmas, so I put some lights on the Christmas tree. But that was my Christmas tree in the corner right there. As you can see, I ain't had no presents. I pretty much got everything I want in life. So, and it was just me at the time. And this is me with a group of other Amazon sellers, and we're at an Amazon fulfillment center in Tennessee. And Amazon was showing us the automation where you order something, they got robots that go and pull the products up and bring them to the loading dock. So it was really fascinating to see how, you know, technology is really taking over. And if you haven't realized it or not, this is just digital real estate, you know. Gone are the days where you have to buy a whole house, flip it, fix it up, put a new roof on it, a new floor, redesign the kitchen, redesign the bathroom, you know, put the right colors on the wall, then stage it, and then hold a listing and hope that you get the right buyers to come in to pay you the price that you want without having to drop the price, or because you're paying that interest rate or that mortgage on it every month until you sell it. So hopefully you can make this happen without losing money. But remember, annually, you're looking at only a 10, 11% annual return on this after you do it for a whole year. But with Amazon, it's the new real estate medium. It's digital real estate. Every product that you're gonna buy and sell is like a house. So, you know, you might buy it for $10 and sell it for $30. Even if you can't sell it for $30, sell it for $20. You'll still be profitable. All right. And, you know, in case you haven't noticed, it's right in front of your faces. Retail is dying, okay? There's retail stores closing up by the groves. JCPenney, 138 stores. Staples, 70 stores. Macy's, 65. GameStop, 180. Abercrombie and Fitch, 60 stores. Sears, 150. It's right in front of our faces. Really, all you got to do is just walk through a shopping mall and you'll notice empty stores and kiosks everywhere. So I'm trying to get you guys ready for the next revolution or the next evolution. They say the revolution will be televised or the evolution will be sold online in forms of digital real estate. All right. And all of these companies right here are $9 billion companies, and they all started in somebody's garage. And that's what you have the opportunity to do, but you ain't got to work in your garage. You can work at the comfort of your laptop or your computer or wherever you want to inside your house, as long as it's got a good internet connection. All right, now, without further ado, this is the company that I did some research into who will set you up with a Walmart account or an Amazon account. And I was wanting to inquire about how much they charge and what the whole process entails. And voila, they charge $18,000 to set up and do the same thing that I'm going to do for you tonight. So, and they take a 50% split of all your profits. So if you want to pay $18,000 instead of $2,500, no problem. I can't fault you for that. Maybe you think if you pay $18,000, you're gonna get a different level of service. You know, that could be a reasonable, assumption. Now, this company right here is called Amazon Automation, and they want $50,000 capital just to work with them. And then after you give them 50,000 capital, they deduct 10% of that as a wire contribution. And then they only pay you out 2% a month, or simply put 25% return on investment yearly, minus the 10% working capital fee. And so, man, they're really, I hate to use the R word, but they're breaking you off with the R word. They are Kelly-ing you. So you don't want to do that. And it says right here, age accounts, $15,000. So you'd be paying them $15,000 for your account, and you gotta have $50,000 working capital contribution. And so if you want to go that route, by all means. But if you want to put in the equity and build your own and not have to pay nobody all your money, by all means. Or you could even go with a Udemy, UDEMY.com, and you can purchase some of these courses. You can see this person right here sold 25,000 of these courses, 5,000 here, 1,000 there. But these courses are $119. So for $119, you're not going to get what you're going to get if you were paying $18,000, or you're not going to get the same level of information for my course, which is $2,500. So if you just want an overview of how the Amazon business operates, yeah, drop $119 on this. But it's not going to tell you how to mitigate the pitfalls, how to not get your account suspended, what to do if XYZ happens. It's not going to provide you with any of that information. You're going to be left to the wolves, because after that, they already have your money. So you're not going to get no support on what to do once you hit an obstacle or you hit a wall. All right. Now, I spent 5 years of my life in real estate from 2004 to 2009. So I know the real estate market like the back of my hand. And in 2007, right when that 2008 recession hit, boom, you can see the debt to income ratio for the person who was looking to purchase a home was 35%. And now here we are in 2022, and that debt to income ratio is 34%. And that means it's about to take a steep dive or drop. So when that happens, it's going to be, it's going to be a triggering system where everything's going to roll downhill. So if you don't know what this is called the cap rate for mortgages. So up here in this blue line is the investor's profit based off of the interest rate. And down here in this orange line is the actual interest rate. So when the interest rate is low and the buyer's yield is high, then an investor knows they can come in and, make the difference between, like 4.4 and 5.4% over the lifetime of their loan. So, a 1% interest rate off a $300,000 loan for 30 years, it's like $30,000. So you can see that this right here gets very lucrative for investors, because this is how they measure their money. And so you can see how the rate has changed. But then right here in 2022, the mortgage rates, or the mortgage interest rates, eclipse the investor profit. And so now the housing market is resetting itself and it's flipping upside down. And it's going to be a domino effect. First, a company's going to start laying off employees, like always. Next, companies going to start going out of business. Retail, mortgage companies, lender companies, because the housing market is going to dry up. People are going to start holding on to their money, and they're only going to buy necessities. Where they're going to get those necessities from? Amazon. And if you're an Amazon seller, you're going to be in the know-how, you're going to be in the loop, and you're going to be profiting from that. Because they did a study on the internet, and in times of economic downturn and recession, people do two things. They buy alcohol and they party. And in times of economic prosperity, when money is plentiful and everybody is out just Making it rain, people do two things. They buy alcohol and they party. So it doesn't matter whether or not you're up or whether you're down, you buy alcohol and you party for both. So when people need their necessities, they're still going to go out and pay for their necessities. And you know, when the layoffs come, and this recession is going to be even worse in 2008, because in 2008, gas prices weren't at an all-time high. They're not double, they're at an all-time high. So a lot of truckers are quitting because they can't manage their business and pay for high fuel taxes because everything is being passed back to them. So when they quit, you're not going to have that inventory make it into these retail stores or your grocery stores. So the shelves are going to start to look thin. And when the shelves look thin, people are going to start hoarding. And then, you know, next thing you know, it's going to be a supply chain issue. And it's just going to trickle down all the way downhill and get worse and worse. And then when the shelves and the stores dry up, the only way people can get the necessities that they want is by ordering it off the internet, aka Amazon. All right, and this right here is your mortgage purchase application. And what this shows is, you know, the rate at which people purchase mortgages. You can see right here that it was at an all-time high, right at the intel of 2020. But now look where it is right here at 2022. It has bottomed out, just like we were coming out of the recession back in 2016, when the recession really started to end and things started to get back to normal. So this is already happening. It's not a whether of if, it's a whether of when, and when is now. And boom, now here's my two plans. I got plan A and I have plan B. Plan A is just a one-time payment of $2,500. It's at this price, so it's affordable for the average person to get started, but you gotta have the working capital. If you don't have twice that, then this is not for you. You're not ready for this yet. It's just a one-time payment, and then I take an equity stake of 15% in your Amazon business, so to try and guarantee and mitigate the fact that you can be successful. I will work with you for as long as you need consultation. You know, if you need it twice a week, no problem. You need it every day for the first couple of weeks, no problem. I got you. I also give you my phone number, my Facebook, Instagram, and my email, so you can contact me through any of those mediums 24 hours a day. And you know, I'll get back with you and respond to your question or your email, whatever you need. Now, if you're a savvy entrepreneur and you don't stacked up a little bread and you've been waiting for opportunity like this, then this is for you. If you don't want to give up 15% of your profits every 2 weeks, then no problem. I have an equity buyout, which is $7,500, and that allows you to keep 100% of all the money you make and all the equity of your Amazon business. And so, you know, I hope that pretty much drills it home and lets you know that, you know, even my highest price point, plan B, is cheaper than my next closest competitor by a couple of $1,000s. Like my next closest competitor is like 15,000, and you know, I got half the price of that, and I give you the same level of service. Actually, my level of service is a bit better because I walk you through this whole setup process. I know every single one of you have purchased an online course before and you didn't even finish it. And that's where so many people fail, because only a small minute of people who purchase a course actually finish it and take action. And you need both of those in order to start making it work. And so, you know, if you're the type to procrastinate, or you hate money, or you're barely getting by, then you're not ready for a global Amazon business yet. But if you already got LLC, you've been an entrepreneur before, and you've been waiting for the perfect opportunity, then this just might be it for you. So we're gonna have PhillyDom get ready to open things up to another couple of questions, but I just want to lay out your monthly expenses in the meantime. So like I promised, We use 6 softwares to make this whole business model operate efficiently the way it does. And so first, there's a one-time fee that you got to pay to the Prep and Ship Center of $49. So it comes up to exactly $50.96. And then you're going to need 6 softwares, $139 a month for the first one, $17 a month for the second one, $59 a month for the third, $69 a month for the fourth, $59 a month for the fifth one, and $37 a month for the sixth one. And then your Amazon seller account is going to be $39 a month. So all your software and your Amazon seller account, that comes up to $419. If you add a virtual assistant into that equation, that's another $200 a week. But I advise my clients, don't even start to use a virtual assistant until you've been running, managing, and operating your business yourself for at least 30 days. Then after that, if you're ready, no problem, bring on a virtual assistant and they will run your whole business for you. So now you have the cost and you got your monthly operating expenses. And remember, it's going to take you 30 days before you even receive your first sale or your first profit. So you got to be ready for this. I mean, you got to, no matter what business you start, more than likely, if it's legit, you're going to start off in the black. Or no, you're going to start off in the red, and you're going to have to work your way in the black. Like if you, it's statistically stated that if you start a restaurant, you're going to be in the red for 2 years. And then maybe after year 2, you can make it in the black and start turning a profit. So you got to have that type of mentality. And then that's it. You know, again, I'm Master Wayne, or Wayne McShay is my real name. My email is alldaybiz@gmail.com. PhillyDom has put that in the chat for you guys so you can easily get access to it. There's my WhatsApp, and there's also my Instagram. So all my profiles, social medias are public, so you could, you know, hit me up and follow me or send me a friend request, and I'll get you situated. You know, and the sign-up process is very simple. As soon as you message me and let me know that you're ready to move forward with enrollment into my FBA course, remember, I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through the whole process. You don't have to go and watch 40 videos and hope that you finish the course and hope that you don't have any questions and you understand everything perfectly. You don't have to do that. I'll walk you through the whole process hand in hand. So we're on the Zoom. I can see your screen. You can see my screen. I say, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. Click here, click there until your whole business is up, operational. You're ordering products and you know how to do it without me saying anything. So that the last, you know, after a couple of times, it becomes repetitive. I'll be on a Zoom call and I'll just be watching you go through the process, making sure you do everything perfectly before I release you into the wild. All right, PhillyDom, let's go ahead and take about 10 questions and let's wrap it up. All right, JM, great question. JM is asking me, how do I take the payment? So I've actually had a couple of clients fly out here to meet me in person. If that's an option that's available for you and you can do that, you can pay me in cash. And I'll put you a receipt, and also you have the contract as your receipt. I also take PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, or you could do a direct wire transfer bank to bank. So those are your 4 payment options. Again, that's Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, or wire transfer. Or if you want to come to the DR, like Ernest Fultz is around the 2nd of August, and meet me in person and see this whole thing, business model in person, so you know it's real and not fictional, then you can pay me in person in cash if you want. Pesos or dollars, it's all the same. But great question. But no, JM, I don't have a website. I just do word of mouth, and you know, and I enjoy teaching people in person because that gives them a better opportunity to succeed. Rather, if I just send everybody to a website, then of course you'd be at the mercy of watching all the videos of me giving you instruction on what to do, how to do it. And then, you know, if you pause the video and you got a question, there's nobody there to answer your question. You know, you can hit up support, but that's going to take a day or a couple of hours to get back with you. So I don't use the website business model at this point. But eventually, if I want to scale this up and reach more people and help more people, I may have to automate it, in which case I will no longer teach it in person like I do now. So if you get in now, you'll be one of the lucky clients who's going to learn this the right way, straight from Master Wayne or the horse's mouth. All right, next question. We might have to get on PhillyDom for transferring these questions over slow. We need these questions to come fast and hot. Philly, wake up. Put down the candy and leave the kids alone and get back with the questions. All right, there you go. Yes, sir. A-Loan 2307. Send me a Facebook request to Wayne.McShay. That information is in the comment section that Philly posted. And I do have clients that post testimonials, screenshots of how much money they were making at that point in time and what the business is like for them. And also, you get to talk to them in real time. You know, you get to send them a comment right through Facebook, send them a reply, be like, hey, you know, how do you feel about this? What have you learned? You know, would you recommend, you know, this business to somebody like myself? So yes, indeed, I got testimonials, and I'm working on, you know, having my clients work on video testimonials that I can play during my next presentation. So great question, Alone 2307. All right, JM is asking, do you also teach whatever it is that the personal assistant does? Absolutely. So you probably missed this, JM, but the first thing I do is I teach you how to manage and operate your entire business. And then after you've done it for 30 days, and I've seen that you perfected it, then I will allow you to get a virtual assistant to start managing and operating your business for you. So that way you can free up your time and you won't have to do it. But remember, I do insist that, you know, you at least manage your business yourself for a good 30 days. So if your virtual assistant gets sick, or for God forbid, if she passes away or something like that, he or she, then yeah, you're gonna need to know how to manage your own business. So I teach that first and foremost. But another great banger question, JM. I can tell you're a business savvy individual by your questions. All right, next question, Philly. I would like to come there to set it up. All right, so Logan 0120 is saying he would like to come here to set it up. Logan, that's no problem. You come here, sit right beside me, right over there in this twin rocking chair, and I will set your whole business up for you. And you know, you could just be right here sitting next to me watching how I set it up and how I register you for everything. And then I immediately go into training you on how to manage the day-to-day operations of your business. And you know, once you got it down to a T and you perfected it over 30 days, and then you'll have the option of whether or not you want to bring on a virtual assistant. But yeah, that is definitely an option. Shout out to Walter Moore. I hope he's on tonight and watching. Walter actually flew here, and I met him at, you know, my favorite little hangout spot. It's called Roomba, or some people call it Louisa King's too. And I walked up in there, and I had never met him, but he told me he was coming here specifically to meet me and, you know, see the business. And I walked up in the Roomba, and I just heard somebody say, Master Wayne. And he was just standing there. He was ready to go. And, you know, he got signed up, and, you know, he still has another career that he's doing on the side to keep bringing in the money, and now he started to invest in his business, and it's starting to bubble for him. He's starting to order products. He's got the process down, and he's still learning, absorbing information, but he's on his way. All right, next question. Yeah, but Logan, I got you. You want to come here and set it up in person? No problem. All right. Charles Explorers is asking, how long does it take to start making real money? And that depends on how much money you invest. So every month I put up between 10 and 12,000, and that brings me somewhere between 30 and 35,000. So I can show you how to, if you get 10,000 to put up your first month, I can show you how to buy the same type of products that I buy. Almost no competition, because you gotta pay to play. So if you play at a high, it's like if you've ever been to a casino and you got the penny slot machines and the nickel slot machines and the dollar slot machines. And those be the slot machines where everybody's already playing. Those be crowded, and you can barely even find one of those machines open. However, a lot of casinos have what they call the high roller machines, where you got to put in $5 or $10 or $20 or $50. How many? Put in the comment section how many people be over in the high roller section. So let's say you got 100 machines in the low roller section where it's $1, and you got 100 machines in the high roller section. Put in the comment section how many of those high roller machines will be available and how many of those low roller machines will be available. Somebody put that in the comment. Let's see what y'all got to say about that, because that's a great perspective, because that's going to dictate how long it really takes to start making money. It's what level you start at and how much money you have to invest in your inventory. Can you start off with purchasing $1,000 a week? That right there was start making you some real money within 30 days. So you purchase, like I've also purchased a lot of area rugs. They be having different sizes. Some be like 4 feet, some be 7 to 8 feet, some be 10 to 14 feet, and almost every house you go into has a nice area rug, especially when it's a large house, and people pay good money for those area rugs. So I might find one that's $300 and it might be selling for about $900. I might find one that's $1,500 and it's reselling for $3,400, and profit margin be $1,000. So boom, I sell one area rug, boom, I made $1,000 for the day. And not to mention, what do I do at the end of the year? Yep, you guessed it. I write off all the money I paid for all the inventory. So all my products that I purchase ends up being free, tax-free. And so it's kind of hard to beat that. And so, whether you make a large profit or a small profit, it's still profitable. You will have enough money to pay your monthly operating costs and make more money than you know what to do with at the same time. You just got to be motivated, dedicated. You got to be smart about your business, because nobody's going to force you to go to the gym or to come home and work on your business. You got to do that yourself. So don't be looking for a gym partner, and don't be looking for a business partner. Take responsibility for yourself, because you don't want nobody else saying, oh, you wouldn't have been able to do it without me, or if without me you would have failed. Nah, build this up yourself, and then live your best life, because that way you're not accountable for anybody else. Can't nobody else mess this up except for you. So Charles, it takes about 90 days for you to start making some real money. I've seen a couple of my clients hit right around $3,000 a month in profit inside of 90 days. And they started off in a kiddie pool. And so if you start off outside the kiddie pool, instead of you being at $3,000 a month after 90 days, you can already be at $10,000 a month. And I did have a client, one of my early clients, do that. Her name is Audrey. Audrey started off with $2,500, and she invested that whole $2,500 into a business in the first month, and then boom, that brought her a nice return on her investment, and she put that back in there, and 4 months later, she was at $10,000 a month profit, and she never looked back. Matter of fact, I would call her, and she'd be on vacation, and it'd take her a while to get back with me, but I was happy for it because that's what I want. That's what I want to see. I want to see everybody get to that level. So yeah, I would say 90 days, Charles, but of course the bottom line is it depends on how much capital you have to invest in your business. All right, 3 more questions and let's wrap it up, Philly. All right, hi Wayne, Mike from the UK here. Where could I go to meet you to set up in person? So Mike, I do have a plan C that I don't even talk about, but when I send you over the getting started information, it's in there. And so if you want to fly here to Sosua, Dominican Republic to meet me in person, come to the villa, no problem. This is where I am. I'll give you all the information on how to get here. I'll even pick you up from the airport, but I'm in Sosua, Dominican Republic right now. So if you want to come here and, choose which plan you want and set the business up, sitting right beside me, no problem. I got you. That is an option that's available to all my potential clients. Or I have a plan C. Plan C is $15,000. I will either fly you to me or I'll fly to you. I'll leave that up to you. And then I will come and set up your whole business for you right inside your living room, train you over the next couple of days so I know that you have perfected it, and that way I'll just be able, I'm like Mr. Miyagi. I'm gonna come to your house, teach you how to wax on, wax off, and once you get it down and you know how to do the crane kick, so you can win the Amazon karate competition, and then I'll hire a virtual assistant for you and put them in place to manage your business for you before I leave. So it's a complete setup that I do for $15,000. Fly you to me, or I fly to you. I come sit down right in your living room or your office, set up your whole Amazon business for you while you sit beside me watching. And then once we get you set up and everything operational, and then I'll show you how to start ordering your products, and boom, and then I'll slide the computer over you and be like, okay, now you do what I just did. And if you could duplicate what I just did, then I'll know you got it down 100%. And also, I do have a product ordering checklist sheet that would just help you go through the process when you're learning it, how to get it down. So, Michael McClennan, that's how you can learn in person, or have me come meet me and have me set it up in person for you. Those are your options available. And if you were to just come to Sosua to just meet me in person, you could choose whatever plan you want. You don't have to choose the $15,000 plan. You can choose the $2,500 plan. You can choose the $7,500 plan. It doesn't matter. Plan A, plan B, plan C. You'll still get the same level of service. All right. And yeah, Alone 2307 is saying that unfortunately I don't use Facebook. Use somebody else's Facebook account. Just let me know what their name is going to be. A friend, a buddy, somebody that you know that uses Facebook. I'm sure you know somebody that uses it. And then have them send me a friend request, and then I'll grant them access, and you can just go through and look and you pretty much utilize their account and get the same result. But whatever you do, don't try to create a brand new Facebook account and then get access to the group, because the algorithm is just going to kick you out and deny you. I had somebody who tried that before who didn't have a Facebook account. So that's why I'm telling you to use somebody else's account. All right, last question, Philly. Make it a good one. Okay, he's saying he would email me though. Okay, that's what's up. All right, yeah, I was just reading that. All right, Indira Deja is saying 15,000 if you got it. Take yourself to the tropics, stay at I guess an Airbnb, enjoys business trip. Yep, right off, not a vacation. Also, let your bank know, and don't travel with over 9,500 cash and have proof where it came from, so no problem. Yeah, that's correct. So, Indira, if you did choose the $15,000 package, I would just have you wire that straight to me before we even got anything started. And then I would fly to you or fly you to me, and then we get it started. But yeah, that's perfect advice. You could, write off the trip as a vacation, of course, and then you can write off the entire 15,000 as a business startup cost, but you never ever travel with more than $10,000 in cash. They're gonna stop you at the airport and be like, "What? Where you got all this money from?" And yeah, it's just gonna be hectic. I've never had that happen, but I've been close a couple of times, so I have been close. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, that wasn't exactly a question, but great information in there. And she was like, "No, I'm just saying so, bros. No, Papos, no Sebe." See, I get it. Yeah. That was great information. Yeah, people definitely need to know that in advance. Yeah, but I'll if I get a client who wants that, I have a client right now. But she used to be a homegirl of mine, and now she's married. And her and her husband called me 2 days ago, and I gave them, the lay of the land. And it was like, okay, well, yeah, they're probably going to do the 15,000 because, her husband, he got the private jet. They got money too, and they loaded, but they want to venture out and do something different. So they're definitely thinking about doing the $15,000, and I'll either have them fly out to me or I'll fly to them, and then I'm gonna set the whole business up for them. And they actually already even have an Amazon account already set up, so and under LLC, so they're ready to go. All right, PhillyDom, you want to add anything to it, man? Appreciate
No, I
you
want to add anything to it. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, I think we got pretty much the bulk of all the questions. If anybody else have any further questions, be sure to write down my contact information and hit me up, and I'll definitely get you squared away. And let's give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, PhillyDom himself. And yeah, he makes this happen, and this is how I'm able to bring this great training and information to you guys.
All righty.
Yeah. Hey, Philly, have you started working on my Master Wayne merchandise hats?
Maybe I'll surprise you one of these days. Bring one of them to the DR or wherever you at.
Okay. When you supposed to be making your way back here, man?
I'm still taking care of some family issues out here. That's why I'm still in Central America.
Okay, because I'm trying to go to Haiti, but I ain't going to Haiti without you.
No, we go together. We go to Haiti together.
Yeah. I need you to be my chaperone.
Yeah, you have an excellent time there, man. You'll be like, whoa, this is a lot better than what they told me.
No doubt.
You want to answer one more question?
Yeah, DJ, throw it up on the screen.
Boom.
All right. That 15,000 is great. Most 30,000 just to teach investing, to build the biz, and that's gold value. Yes, indeed, Indira. Just to be able to write that off, so as a business expense, startup expense, and all the money that you spend in inventory, you can write that off as a business inventory expense, and this business ends up being free. So I'm teaching you how to set up a global business on Amazon, and all you have to do is just follow the script. If you're going to be inside the kiddie pool, don't get greedy. If you're going to, step outside the kiddie pool, then make sure you got enough capital to invest in your business, invest in yourself, and you're home scot-free. All right. It's been a long day.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for the presentation as always. You the man. And for everybody who's on the presentation, thanks for coming out. Peace, God bless, and good night. And yes, I stole that from Russell Simmons, Def Comedy Jam.
So everybody say you have a good night. Or morning or afternoon, depending on wherever they're at in the world. And we see you in the next video. I guess we'll push to try to do another one.
True. It's morning for some people.
Yeah. You want to try to do another one next Sunday?
All right, that's good. Yeah, let's do another one next Sunday before I make my before I get my trip started to Vegas.
Okay. Because I see you. Said thank
Yep.
you, Philly. No problem. DJ said appreciate
Okay.
all
Yeah.
for looking out for the community. Not a problem. We talk to you guys in the next
Yeah.
video. Peace out. And I'll talk to you on the phone.
Peace
I
up.
guess you'll be hitting me soon.
A-Town down. See you
Yeah.
around. No doubt.
All right.